Breaking news at 3:30. 1. Ahmedabad. 3 members traveling in a Maruti Swift were stopped by the police. Within the car was 12.4 lakhs in cash, most of it in the new 2,000 rupee notes. The men told the police that the cash had been withdrawn from different accounts to pay for a wedding. But in the absence of providing evidence like a wedding card, the money, which included over 500 new 2,000 rupee notes, has been handed over to tax officials. 2. Lucknow. The engineer was in the middle of his evening meditation session when a colleague called and told him to turn on the television. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was announcing that in hours, 500 and 1,000 rupee notes would be removed from circulation. The objective is to rid the country of black money and corruption, the PM said. Money often associated with illegal activities such as bribery. Money like the Rs. 48 lakhs stashed in a steel trunk, under a makeshift settee, in the engineer's bedroom. 3. Mumbai, faced with economic challenges, engineering major Larsen & Bro, L&T, has laid off 14,000 employees across businesses during April to September period this year, saying it was necessary to stay agile and competitive. It was a strategic decision that if a business is not in good shape, we are trying to resize it. If there is time to get the business back to normalcy, it is important to reduce the under-recoveries. So, the jobs that we are finding redundant, we are allowing people to move on, company's chief financial officer R. Shankar Raman said. 4. Abu Dhabi. An Indian man who had been living on the terrace of a building for the past 8 months in UAE's Ajman city as his employer had not returned his passport after settling his dues, was offered help overwhelmingly by people after a local media reported his plight. Sajeev Rajan, a one-eyed man in his early 40s who worked for a Sharjah-based construction company, made the barren concrete terrace of a 6-storied building his residence. He has been desperately trying to return home to Kollam, in Kerala, where his wife, 2 children and aging parents await him. 5. New Delhi. The army today carried out a massive counter-assault using heavy mortar fire on Pakistani posts along the line of control, making good its promise of heavy retribution for the beheading of an Indian soldier yesterday. Even as Pakistan continued to violate the ceasefire, the armed forces launched crippling attacks on Pakistani posts in Poonch, Rajri, Kul and Machil sectors. Pakistan today committed ceasefire violations in Bimbergali, Krishnagadi and Naushra sectors of Kashmir, ANI reported. 6. World News. Riyadh, behind much of the Middle East's chaos, the wars in Syria and Yemen, the political upheaval in Iraq and Lebanon and Bahrain, there is another conflict. Saudi Arabia and Iran are waging a struggle for dominance that has turned much of the Middle East into their battlefield. Rather than fighting directly, they wield and in that way worsen the region's direst problems: dictatorship, militia violence and religious extremism.